Ladies and gentlemen, I feel like a 6-year-old kid running down the stairs for Christmas morning, ready to tear into some presents. It has been a day. Right off the bat, comment below. Tell me what's on your mind. What are you thinking? Are you pumped? Are you excited? What is your thoughts? But I'm going to tell you right now, I'm ecstatic. I'm ready to go, and we're just going to start this episode off. You guys know my name is Aaron. On the daily, pushing out Patriots content to people just like you who can't get enough Patriots football. So today, on this very special March 10th, the start of NFL free agency, we got a lot to talk about. So do me a favor, hit that subscribe button, hit the like button. And I said, off the bat, comment below. Tell me what you're thinking. Shoot, just type a bunch of letters. That'll let me know you're excited. Who cares? Let's get into it, ladies and gentlemen. A lot to talk about. First and foremost, the Patriots have been wheeling and dealing, and we love to see it. First off, I'm going to go over the offense because it hasn't been a ton, but it's been good for what we need so far. So first, we've talked about this before. Austin Hooper, great re-signing. Again, he connected well with Drake May. He had his moments, and it is great to have him alongside Hunter Henry. Smart move by the Patriots, even just for a 1 year with $5 million for guaranteed. So it's good to see. I love to have Austin Hooper back. He made some great catches last year, and I think he brings a great veteran presence to the team. Next up, offensive tackle. We needed a tackle. Morgan Moses. Now, a lot of people are going to be hesitant when we look at Morgan Moses because of his age. But let me throw you this stat. He has started 158 out of 166 games played in the NFL. Okay? Now, we know last year he spent with the New York Jets. He's coming over to the Patriots. And again, though he's 34 years old, he has a great, just like Austin Hooper, veteran presence for this team. 3-year deal, $24 million, worth up to $28.5 with bonuses. In my opinion, that is a steal for the Patriots. Again, with Ronnie Stanley being gone at tackle, they needed to bring someone in, someone with experience, someone that can come in and start right away. Let's not forget the starting right tackle for the Patriots was Jacobs. He literally was taken. He was dropped by the Patriots in hopes the Patriots could bring him back and get him on their practice squad. He was a practice squad guy. This is a massive upgrade for the Patriots. So Moses, welcome. Again, it's not Ronnie Stanley, but I think he's going to come in. He's going to do great. He has shown when it comes down to it that he's going to be able to do it. He's going to be great. So good news for the Patriots. Now, hopefully, we're going to get more good offensive news. That is my hope. But have mercy. Everyone say it with me. Say it out loud. Have mercy. The defense, that was a little loud, my bad. The defense has gone insane. Mike Vrabel, we know he's defensive minded. That's what he did. That was his specialty, was being a defensive coordinator. And after watching this past Super Bowl, have mercy. I promise I'm not going to say that again. But you look at the pass rush from the defensive line of the Philadelphia Eagles, and a lot of teams I think are realizing, hey, we can get all the playmakers we want, but we have to have pressure up front. We have to win at the line, especially the defensive line. So Harold Landry, we have talked about in a couple episodes ago. He was released by the Titans. A lot of people thought it was a possibility that somehow he came back on a cheaper deal. No, sir. We know that he was drafted by Mike Vrabel his first year when he was there with the Titans. And so they have that connection. 3 years, $43.5 million, 26 fully guaranteed. Edge rusher. If you watched him, it kind of surprises me, again, that the Titans dropped a player like Landry. Now, I understand you want to open up cap space. I get that. But he led the team in, I believe, sacks for sure and tackles for loss. So you bring him on our team, he's already the best edge rusher. Boom, massive upgrade. So it's awesome to see. We're going to jump over to his real quick. You look at his stats. Again, 9 sacks. Awesome job, and you see his motor. Now, a lot of people would say his downfall is his plane size was around 230 this past year. Again, when you're playing, and again, I'm not trying to get all psychological when I say this, but when you're on a team that absolutely sucks, and I'm not saying you're not still going out there trying to play for the team. I guarantee you are, but I think there's some of it where it's just like, golly, this is awful. So I really think Mike Vrabel's going to be able to get even more of a motor in this guy. And you look at the past couple years. So 2021, he had 12 sacks. 2022, he sat out due to injury. 2023, 10.5, and then 9. So even after a season of getting injured, he was back on track. So great signing off the edge. And granted, that was a huge thing we talked about as the edge free agency and people being available as an edge rusher was opening up, whether that was through trade, whether that was through free agency, people being released, whatnot. It was better for the Patriots because, again, the market was being polluted with edges, and that meant, hey, we're going to land one. Now, possibly, I'm not even going to say possibly, the biggest signing, Milton Williams from the Philadelphia Eagles, the best interior defensive lineman in free agency, 26 years old. He is a young guy, an absolute workhorse at 6'3" and 290 in the interior defensive line, absolutely causing havoc. Now, it says right here this past year he had 5 sacks, but you have to understand, for an interior defensive lineman, that is incredibly impressive. Again, being able to play the system that Terrell Williams as well as Mike Vrabel wants is key in getting a guy like Milton Williams. And just think of this. Christian Barmore, if he could come back and you have Keon White, Barmore, Williams, and Landry, holy cow. That line, comment below. What do you think? That's a solid defensive line. That is a high motored line right there. So I think this signing right here blew my expectations. Again, now you look down the road to the draft, and the big question is, defense. Again, what's going to happen with Barmore with his blood clots and those issues? But again, do they need to be looking at a guy like Mason Graham? Again, we will see. Yeah, obviously, getting Morgan Moses at right tackle. Who's going to be left tackle? Again, Will Campbell. Is that setting up for that? I think you're going to start to see more and more mock drafts put Will Campbell more and more just because of free agency. Remember what we talked about, the dominoes falling in line. As this happens in free agency, a lot more questions are going to be answered. So again, Milton Williams, ecstatic, did not think he was leaving the Eagles. Very surprised. Obviously, he's getting paid well with the New England Patriots with a 4-year deal, paying him $26 million per year. Man, I wish I was making $26 million per year. Milton Williams, welcome to the New England Patriots. Next up, holy cow, we're still talking defense. Linebacker Robert Spillane. Absolute workhorse coming from the Raiders. Now, he was a captain for the Oakland Raiders. Long ago, he was played college at Western Michigan, so he's a Michigan guy. People who are Michigan fans are going to say, whoa. He's not a Michigan man. I meant he played college in the state of Michigan at Western Michigan, was an undrafted free agent, was picked up by, guess what? Here's the connection here. He was picked up by the Tennessee Titans. Guess who was the coach? Mike Vrabel. Look at the connection. Again, Spillane, go watch his video. Go watch any of these guys' videos. I wish I could show it. Every time I show it, I get busted by YouTube. But Spillane is an absolute workhorse. There's a reason he earned captain. There's a reason he came into the league with a chip on his shoulder as an undrafted free agent from a MAC school and said, I'm going to put in the work and I'm going to show you guys what I can do. Now, he in the league, let me show you these stats real quick. In the league, he obviously got most of his playing time with Pittsburgh, ended up with the Las Vegas, I always want to say Oakland, Las Vegas Raiders. But this past year, he was 3rd in the league in total tackles. Huge. The year before that, he was also in, I believe, the top 5, top 10 when it came to total tackles. Absolute workhorse. The type of guy you want in Mike Vrabel's system, in this defense. Absolute dogs. Again, if originally before I came to make this video, it was Harold Landry and it was Spillane, and I was like, man, I'm still pumped. And then Davis poured in, Williams poured in. I was like, holy cow! It's like, man, it's like you're. I don't even know. Have you guys ever been to what are those Brazilian steakhouses where they just keep bringing the meat? And it's just like you can't get enough. It's just, that's a weird analogy, but I'm gonna go with it because listen, I'm always telling them bring me that filet wrapped bacon, and they're just sitting there, give me it medium rare because that's how people should eat steaks. Man, too good. What's that have to do with anything? It doesn't. But Robert Spillane, absolute dog. Welcome. This defense is going to be stellar. It is going to be great. Now, that makes us transition. So we've talked Landry, great. Williams, great. Spillane, great. Carlton Davis played with the Bucs, went to the Detroit Lions, played most of the year with the Lions, and then ended up fracturing his jaw towards the end of the season, which was rough, very rough for him because he was the cornerback number 1 for the Lions. Did very well, had a very good man-to-man coverage percentage, did great. And a lot of people in Detroit weren't sure if they were going to be able to keep him or not. Surely enough, they were not able to. Again, Carlton Davis back in the day, won a Super Bowl with, guess who? You know, Tom Brady, the GOAT, next to Brian Hoyer, who is also the GOAT. If you don't get the inside joke, then I don't know. Maybe someone can explain it to you in the comments. But anyways, Carlton Davis, huge pickup because, again, for the Lions, for a team that a lot of people thought during the year they have a chance to win the Super Bowl, he was their cornerback number 1. Terrion Arnold was not the number 1. He was not the number 1. He was great. He has potential, but not the number 1. Carlton Davis comes in. Him and Christian Gonzalez, absolute dogs. And this just shows that, hey, Jay Jones moving on. Marcus Jones, most likely, obviously, still in the slot, that nickel. And so Carlton Davis, huge pickup. And again, when we look at Spillane, we look at Landry, and we look at Davis. All 28 years old. Williams, the exception, younger at 26. This defense is going to be great, ladies and gentlemen. There is going to be some of the biggest moves that have happened in free agency have been huge today for the Patriots, and they are putting the league on notice that they mean business. So of all the signings, I'm going to ask you this. And I will tell you, as for weeks to come, we will break down some more of these signings a little more specifically. But my biggest question is, of all these signings I'm going to pull up right here, what is your favorite one? I'm going to tell you right now, I love the Milton Williams. I love the Landry. I need to just stop talking about which ones I love because I'm probably going to go through each of them. Again, Morgan Moses, I would have preferred other people, but it is going to work. It's an upgrade. Great moves in general. And let me just scroll down for a second. Notice, hey, Justin Fields going to the New York Jets. You know that Aaron Glenn coached against Justin Fields when he was at the Bears, and Aaron Glenn was the DC for the Lions. He must have seen something in him. If not, as the kids would say, Justin Fields is absolutely fleecing the New York Jets. $30 million guaranteed. Have mercy. So that's going to be nice for a divisional rival to have him. Again, I don't think Justin Fields is as bad as people think. And maybe they're looking at him and thinking they can do some different concepts. Who the heck knows? But again, the Chicago Bears, going back to his time there, the best quarterback in Bears history has to be, oddly enough, probably Jay Cutler. You might say I'm wrong, but that's probably it, which is rough to say. They've never had a quarterback throw for 4,000 or more yards. Wow, crazy. Anyways, this is not a Bears show. This is a New England Patriots show. But of all these guys, who is your favorite pickup in free agency on this beautiful Christmas day? It's like Christmas, birthday, everything combined where you just get gifts. Now, the last part I want to focus on after we talked about all those great assets that we just acquired is who is the best available. Now, what's really interesting, and it would all depend on how much he is, but again, Amari Cooper could easily come in and be a wide receiver number 1 for the Patriots. Now he's battled through injuries, especially as of late with his time with the Bills. Yes, he's 31 years old. He's getting older. So the question becomes, would it be worth it? I'm going to leave that to you. Again, is it, hey, we're going to stick with the guys we have and see what we can do? I doubt that. I think they're going to at least add one person to this squad. Again, I do like, you've heard me say it before, I love Pop Douglas in the slot. I do like Kayshon Boutte. I think he has a lot more potential. I want to trust in these younger guys in Polk and Baker that they can do something moving forward, hopefully. But again, you do need a tried and true number one. So Amari Cooper, is that a possibility? We look down at these other guys. Will Fries is another one that's interesting. I'm surprised that, and granted, by the time I post this video, a lot of things could be changed. There could be other people on the Patriots that I'll end up having to talk about tomorrow because I want to go spend time with my family. But family man, there we go. Will Fries, though, would be an interesting pickup for the Patriots. He is one of the top guards. Obviously, Trey Smith was the number one guard from Kansas City, but younger guy. I guess mid 27, I guess technically late 20s, but still could be a great asset for the Patriots. And then you can continue going down. Cam Robinson's still there. Big question is, would that be worth it? Again, he could start at left tackle. You have Moses at right tackle, so you have the tackles figured out. But again, is it Will Campbell? Is that something they expect? Because for sure they should be able to 100% draft him at 4. Stephon Diggs, I'm not a huge fan. I'm going to be upfront and honest. He's old. Obviously, he just tore his ACL with the Texans. I wish him the best. I just don't think it's the best fit for the Patriots. Jenkins, a lot of potential. When he is on the field, when he was on the field with the Bears, not injured, he played well. But it was inconsistent. So again, you look at Morgan Moses and you see, yes, he's 34, but he's been absolutely consistent in his career. So that is one thing that is needed is, hey, people need to come in, need to be consistent. So those are just some guys that I thought, hey, interesting looks. Let's see what the Patriots do moving forward. But again, tell me, who of all these people, who do you like the most? What was the biggest? And you might even say, man, I think Austin Hooper was. I'd be surprised if that was the person you picked of all these lists of big names. But again, Williams, Spillane, Davis, Landry, Morgan Moses, Austin Hooper, who of that? Or you might even say, listen, I think the best pickup was Justin Fields to the Jets, because that is going to be just an absolute field day for this new tenacious Terrell Williams defense. And let's not forget, I forgot to mention this, I'm seeing this in my notes, let's not forget Carlton Davis was with the Lions, and guess who was the run game coordinator, defensive line coach for the Lions? That was Terrell Williams. So again, another connection. And so you see the Spillane connection with Mike Vrabel. You see the Landry connection with Mike Vrabel. You see the Carlton Davis connection to Williams. So there's all these different connections. I love it. Comment below. If you're not excited, I don't know what to tell you. I'm pumped. Hit the subscribe button on the way out. Love you guys. My name's Aaron. We'll talk later. Peace.